Ebusua nti Kisi Ejaben the special prosecutor ono na ende n'asɛm or social media na bibi ebefe bia n'asɛm na nkɔfo reka. Na he is one fantastic young man Obano Mbrana. There's no two ways about that there onim, especially I wanna when no school no. He was very very articulate. Na Obano Mbrana especially criminal law na what I have heard and I have known there. He was even first class. Inti Kisi Ejaben ni idwumadi na wada man special prosecutor no doubt about that. Na ende onam lawyer pebu no ho sensem ti no wama ende nkɔfo bebre no wɔtwe na abasa. Na if you can recall say ebehwe a Kisi Ejaben His Excellency the former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ono na oman dem position. Na before oman dem position no on the April 26th 2021 he was being nominated. Na obiara nominating there nankasa ni chocho mucho the best friend wo friend no Godfred Odame ono na Attorney General by then. He nominated Kisi Ejaben na no nominating no na president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo the president by then no so make them provision no ma Kisi Ejaben called the floor of parliament ma wo vete no on July 22nd 2021 na ofri wono na approval by there indeed vete no kwai no bibia da nieda nti on July 30th 2021 na wo man no dem tumi no do ba be special prosecutor. But then on the 5th August 2021 eho na President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo officially no oji ni tum na oben wa abon ho modin bebre na senima dem office no ade a se yebeka de nanka ka Attorney General ni department no. But then see say yere wa ato no ho nti se behwe a because of a body on their own na wona kasa with the women sent no de biara da wo friend dance budget what try there will be allocate sika wo de akọ. Nti if you look at the screen ebon there on 2023 budgetary allocation no more on 129.5 million in 2024 so on 149 million Ghana cedis. In 2025 on to more 146.7 million Ghana cedis. In 2026 year coming so budgetary allocation also 158 million Ghana cedis. Na some no one because likely there 158 million you want na parliament will approve and for man. Obibo said why in the sense there in paper here can say the Speaker of Parliament on the also worker there that office was a waste of time and it was a waste of resources. That was the Speaker Alban Sumani Babin Nasama Okenyin. In a majority leader also the one His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Emra one nominated paper on the bavet in on okade da on ya de obegina to na ena wako kwa ba masisi ya majority leaders look at there. So what jinu tumo ye o kanoko timpo de anka one scrap them positioning. No ya no kote majority leader. Also wa kanade the same thing. Local government minister Ahmed Ibrahim also on the floor of parliament we make it categorically clear there on a day OSP no or kanoko tank was scrap when you free war on the floor of parliament. What can we say bebre nande former minister minister for lands and natural resources owie no no obasan beye minister for roads and highways. One fantastic man wofe no Inusàh Fuseini na nde news far we could make some very very fantastic submission nkofolo bonaba do Ghana hade na bebe na mpo susu de interstammer papa ken It's all debunk the Speaker of Parliament. All debunk the majority leader na nasifo na na. Na one thing ma observe the papa or lawyer. Into no spectacle no share on different way, no with different things altogether. Na ende asamo ken no ebusua yenkote na area na actually.
You heard your friends in Parliament, Honorable Inusàh.
Oh yes, I heard them and I was shocked.
Wow.
Most of them who spoke were members of my committee on Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs.
Even the Speaker?
Yes, at the time that we were considering the promulgation of the law. And so I was surprised.
Are you then?
Is it?
They said there's not been value for money. Why are you surprised?
Well, there has been value for money. What about the deterrent value? You know, the number of people who are running away from corruption because of the existence of that office.
And the potential.
You know, can we put a value on that? Do you know the amount of money they have saved? Do you know the amount of money Mata Hamidu saved this country by just doing a corruption perception index?
Japan.
You know the amount of money. Do you know the amount of money that OSP will save us from the MIF investigation? Do you know why MIF was established in the first place? To be able to track the utilization of our mineral income and invest them in such a way that we could grow the fund so that it could become a heritage fund. Look at Norway. They took the same decision. Today, Norway has $1.3 trillion in their heritage fund. Conscious, deliberate, intentional effort. You need guardrails to prevent people from engaging in acts that dissipate state resources without benefit to us. You need that.
We have the AG, we have Shraj, we have Yoko.
But we had, you see, that is where I don't get the argument. We had Shraj, we had AG, we had Yoko, we had the Financial Intelligence Center before the establishment of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So the coming on board of the Office of the Special Prosecutor validates the argument that those bodies were not performing to the expectation of Ghanaians.
They say it's a failed experiment.
It's not.
It's been 8 years.
Well, the Attorney General has been in existence since independence.
Since before independence.
Since before independence. So, question. The rationale for the establishment of the office, has it abated? We said that the Attorney General could not prosecute his own or politically appointed persons because he was part of that system, that ecosystem.
This is the memorandum to the bill.
Yes.
I'm reading the part of the Attorney General. Said that the monopoly of prosecutorial authority by Attorney General, who is hired and fired by the President, has been singled out by governance experts as one of the key factors that stand in the way of using law enforcement and prosecution as a credible tool in the fight against corruption.
Yes.
Who hires the OSP? The SP. Who hires him?
So you go back to Section 4 of the OSP Act. And all these things about constitutionalism, I simply do not get it. I don't get it. When we were considering the establishment of the Act, this was the biggest obstacle we had to overcome. Then we realized that, so the tax authorities, they prosecute. Is it the Attorney General who prosecutes for them? They have a fiat.
From the Attorney General?
From the Attorney General. The police, these all have fiats. So that alone should tell you that it is not the Attorney General who exclusively prosecutes. He can give a fiat, he can delegate. Now, but we're looking to establish an office that even though the Attorney General could delegate some of his powers, and we knew he subjected Section 4.2 to Article 88.3, recognizing the power of the Attorney General. But Section 4.1 is very key because it statutorily transfers the fiat from the Attorney General to the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
And it was written there in the...
It was written there in the law. So you recognize the power of the Attorney General to prosecute, and you recognize also the power of the Attorney General to give a fiat, but you insulate that office created from control, from manipulation of the Attorney General, because you want to cure an existing malady.
Yes. So what you provided there was that, subject to clause 4 of Article 88 of the Constitution, the office shall, for the purposes of this act, be authorized by the Attorney General to initiate and conduct the prosecution and the prosecution of corruption and corruption-related offenses. Some have said this means the office is under the control of the Attorney General.
No. So read the before that one.
Except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, the office is not subject to the direction or control of a person or an authority in the performance of the functions of the office.
Yeah. Yes. So that gives it the operational independence. That gives that office the operational independence. We also realize that, and I mean, Kokoaza has raised an issue which is germane to this discussion. But we also realize that the office actually is performing part of the functions of the Attorney General. So the finances of the office could be coming from the Attorney General's office. But we've given it operational independence. And we're saying that it's not subject to the control and direction of the Attorney General. So that was the fight between Gloria Akufu and Matramidou. Gloria Akufu had argued that if you are not under my control, I cannot be seen to be inputting your budget requirement and requests into the gift mix for you. You have to do it yourself. Meanwhile, that the special prosecutor had not been set up to do that.
Because of a constitutional problem.
So we had to overcome that difficulty. Because if you give him financial independence, it means that they must first of all prepare their own budget.
How did you overcome that difficulty?
We got the Minister of Finance to set up the Office of the Special Prosecutor on the give me system. So they assess their money directly. Directly.
And now it has to go into the country.
You understand? So yes. But this is a common law relic. The fiat thing, the Attorney General being the sole prosecutorial authority, is a common law development. So you ask yourself, Singapore is a common law country. Canada is a common law country. South Africa is a common law country. All these countries have special prosecutors. Yes. If the Attorney General's office is a creation or is a relic of common law, and that all prosecutorial powers were vested in the state, and it was only the Attorney General who could manifest it, how have these countries overcome that? Because they're all common law countries, and Ghana is a common law country.
Constitutional review.
So I think that all we need to do, my brother, can we take one single case, the case of Ken Oforiatta, to evaluate the usefulness or otherwise of the Office of the Special Prosecutor?
We shouldn't.
We can't.
Shouldn't.
He will say that it will come to the discussion before the promulgation of the 1992 Constitution. And why the 1992 Constitution contained the provision of Article 78(1). It was only one single act. Failure or refusal of the majority in Parliament under President Liman to pass the budget of the... That alone has created for us another constitutional matter. Because we said, oh, that should not arise again. So we are going to make it possible for the executive to choose a majority of its ministers.
Parliament.
But we are now in a problem. The new constitutional review, many people have appeared before it, including you, to advocate for the removal of Article 78(1). And many members of Parliament are also in support of the removal of one single act. We never thought out a remedy to it. We constitutionalized it, and it gave us a problem.
So
it weakened Parliament. Now, so let's see how we can strengthen the value of the existence of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, or an office in the nature of the Office of the Special Prosecutor cannot be quantified on the basis or assessed on the basis of one single person. The failure to arrest one single person. It must be all-encompassing.
Okay.
And I pray that my former colleagues of parliament should look at the rationale, examine whether or not our fight against corruption is still relevant.
So quickly, the non-performance tag is tied to Kwesi Ejaben.
The non-performance, and what has Kwesi Ejaben done or not done?
That's it. They say she's just not being.
No, again,
Just not being worked.
Let's go to Section 15. Section 15 even imposes an onerous responsibility for any Ghanaian citizen who wants to bring a petition for the removal of the office of the special prosecutor. The terms under which a special prosecutor can be removed is more expansive than the terms under which a judge of the Superior Court of Judicature can be removed.
That's true.
You realize that?
Correct.
Why did we do that?
There's 2 extra rooms.
2 extra rooms.
That's so open.
The number of people are just 3. It is 3, the committee. It's 3. So Kwesi Ejaben knows of this provision. All those complaining, have they brought evidence to show that he's been incompetent in the performance of his duties? If they have evidence, they should continue and put the evidence in the petition.
What is your assessment of his performance?
I think that initially, let me tell you, let me make a confession on this platform. And if Thompson is listening to me, when Kwesi Ejaben was appointed by His Excellency the President, I was well aware, because at the Faculty of Law, he was 2 or 3 years behind me. But I knew of his relationship with Gabi Ochiridako. I also knew of his relationship with Kenneth Furiata. And I said, well, I also thought that he was too young. And as a corruption, anti-corruption agent, most jurisdictions pick older people because of the risk. They look at the family of the person to be appointed to that office and see whether if any calamity befalls him, his children can survive. It's one of the considerations. And so when they appointed him, I said, oh, he has a young family. He's a young man. He is close to Gabi. He's close to Kenneth Furiata. And so I don't think that he will be best suited for that office. I didn't challenge his competence. He was a lecturer at the Faculty of Law at that time. So I had no problem. He was a fine lawyer. You know who called me? The Attorney General. The Attorney General.
Kufu.
No. Who is the Attorney General?
Present.
Yes.
Okay.
I said, oh, the man is a very good lawyer. He can do the work. And he called me. Thompson wrote a piece. I said I was not against young people. I just was airing my opinion because of what I know about fighting corruption. And so when he said he had bought bulletproof cars, I was not shocked at all. Bombs have been planted under the cars of special prosecutors and blasted off. Some children have been kidnapped. These people, the special prosecutor is dealing with, are powerful people. Vicky Bright has mentioned it. They are powerful people, and they can go to all lengths to disrupt an investigation. But when he was appointed, Samson, I followed him closely. I realized one value. He's got the courage of conviction to even go against his appointors. Whether he's doing it well or not is another matter. But that courage of conviction. That look, the person I thought that this man cannot touch, he's touching them.
Look, you are almost at the point of suggesting that being in that office is to be in prison.
Oh, he's in prison. That's the sacrifice he's making for this country. He's in prison, I'm telling you. You know the number of people he's investigating. And you know who those people are. Powerful people. Some of them have even bought aircrafts of their own and flying about. He's investigating them.
Okay. Okay, I didn't expect this.
Asam kakra oye Inusàh Fuseini former oye cabinet minister or oye NDC party ni mu na asem ɔreka nyinaa ne dɛ ɔnte oye speaker no oye majority leader wɔn kɔmɔ na wo de no no say you want to scrap oye OSP for the way ebusua yɛ mmakasa ne yɛ bebree yɛn kɔ for speaker majority in na NDC fo nso wɔn nso wɔ de na wɔn nso on the floor of parliament wɔn nso will make them argument there oye OSP kisi ejaben one scrap in the position no a waste of oye resources.
Prosecutor has abused his powers in this matter, and I will not hesitate to say that this house, we created the office, and the office of the special prosecutor, if it continues to abuse his powers, then we may have to abrogate it. Place this matter on record that this house, we shall be inviting him to come and brief the house.
Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, like we say in Twi, etua onyonku mua, etua biam, etua uhumu dia, etua nipem. To wait, Mr. Speaker, when it happens to somebody and he's complaining about it, you see absolutely nothing wrong with it. When it happens to you, now you complain. So, Mr. Speaker, if he wants to invite the special prosecutor to come and answer why his friend, and today he's complaining because it is his friend, the minority leader, Osahin, has been raising this matter over and over again, that the investigative bodies are weaponizing their power.
During the deliberation on the OSP, a number of us stated on the floor of this house that there's no constitutional basis. We cannot continue to allocate that huge sums to the same office when we are not getting the results. This is one of the agencies we should be looking at.
Mr. Speaker, the office has been in existence for how many years now? Close to 8 years. Tell me what is really the achievement of that office. What has been the achievement of that office? I have consistently held the position that fighting corruption is not about littering the place with institutions. It is the political commitment of those who lead that fights corruption. I believe that it is high time that this parliament reconsiders its decision to approve the establishment of the Office of Special Prosecutor.
Low and calm. Jeff Milchech, your trusted voice in Ghanaian politics. You, passionate, very deep, commanding tone. Low and calm. Welcome to your #1 political platform, where we bring you nothing but the best in political content. Very deep, commanding tone. Low and calm. We're here to dive deep.